Hello, folks. How are you doing, guys? And good afternoon to you. My name is George, and welcome to our conversations. Today, we continue talking our goal setting theme, right? And as I said, we're in the last quarter of 2020. Yes, we've got those goals that we are finishing off for 2020 in this last quarter. But this is the time to start thinking 2021. What are the things that I'm going to be doing in 2021? And so we've started early for a reason. That I think it's best always when you're doing goals, really, to start early and focus on preparation and getting yourself ready and up to speed. Okay. So earlier this year, I presented a lesson entitled Finding Your Purpose. And I also talked about the why in a later lesson. And you can watch all these on my YouTube page, and I'll post the link below to refresh your memory as to what we talked about and how it fits in with what we're going to be talking about today. But our lesson today, we are talking my life, my future, my why. Heading into a new year. Okay, it's about my life, it's about my future, it's about my why as I head into a new year. All right, and we focused on how finding your purpose will help you get clear about your goals. You see, it's been established that it's easier to create goals when you know and are clear about your purpose. We spoke last week about the law of clarity, you will recall, and how clarity enhances your chances of success. Why? Because when you are clear about your goals and the roadmap towards the achievement, you become more motivated. You can see the end goal. Everything is clear. It's not fuzzy. It's not muddled. So most people don't know their purpose. And therefore, now is a perfect time to start the process of finding your purpose with the intention of then crafting your goals around that to live a more satisfied life and to be who you were meant to be. So it will be easy for some. And more difficult for others. But one thing is certain. When you establish your purpose or your why, you will float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, as Muhammad Ali put it. Why? Because you will set your goals with precision and clarity. So there's not too much effort in this because you're clear. But here are some questions to ask yourself as you embark on the process. You're going to be asking yourself questions as you prepare on the road to finding what your purpose is, what your God destiny is. I picked these questions from my coaching training, and they are suggested by the Neuro Leadership Institute. They're very, very useful guidelines. And what I would recommend really is, because I'm going to whiz through them, and there's 18 of them, so it will be difficult for you to pick them up and understand them at this stage. What I would suggest is you watch this video again and then pick those things up, ask those questions of yourself, and then begin to answer them as you walk towards finding your purpose. Okay. But for some, as I said, it will be easy. I'll give you an example of someone who found their purpose early on in life. Let me tell you a story, actually. That's the easy way of doing that. So Floyd Joy Sinclair was born on February 24, 1977. His father was a welterweight contender boxing. His uncle is a former IBO super featherweight champion. Another uncle He's a former WBA super featherweight and WBC super lightweight champion. And he was introduced into the boxing gym not long after he started walking. Little things starting to walk, he's into the boxing gym. And his dad would hold him in front of speed bags, those speed bags in the gym when he visited the gym. Obviously developing his coordination, hand-eye coordination. Soon he was throwing punches at anything that came in his view. And at the age of 7, he was fitted for his first pair of gloves. And today we know Floyd Mayweather Jr. as one of the greatest boxers ever to live. And I understand he's planning some form of comeback. Well, we'll see about that. But he's definitely one of the icons in the boxing world. But he got his purpose very early. So he didn't have to go through these questions that I'm going to give you. But not everybody is so lucky. But it's so, so important to understand your purpose because it helps you get your goals right and it helps you achieve them. Okay, so here are the questions. So when are you happiest in your life? And that's an important question. When are you happiest in your life? What do you feel passionate about? I can tell you I'm passionate about teaching. Absolutely love it. So, but what are you passionate about? And what do you believe is your purpose? What is your purpose? What type of work inspires you? And what makes you feel good about yourself? The feeling that I've achieved something. Last week we also talked about the law of least effort. The things that you can achieve without seeming to try too much. They come natural to you. People will say to you, oh, he's good at, or she's good at. What is that? What type of work inspires you? What makes you feel good about yourself? What makes you smile? What makes you smile? Well, I smile too a lot myself, but because I'll be teaching, you see. So that follows my purpose. What do you want to be remembered for? And what are your strengths? What do you enjoy doing? And very important, what do people say about you? People will say, this and that about you. What are those things that they say about you? And what would you teach if you could, if you had the opportunity to teach people? Would you go out there and teach them? Is it sport? Is it music? What would you teach people? And what are your most valued achievement? When you look at your history and you say, I achieved this. What are those? What would you change if you could in your life? What would you change? What excites you about the experiences you give others? What acknowledgments do you get from others? I said, hey, you are so good at this and that. What are those? What specifically appeals to you about the work that you do, the work that you like? And what experience do other people get from you? And what's the impact for them when they are with you? Some people just love being around you. And what will you be doing then? You could ask many other questions, but the whole aim is for you then to understand that my purpose is this. I know people whose purpose was to raise good children. And they were fantastic at it. Absolutely fantastic. Sacrifice their time, their everything for it. Some people's purpose is running businesses. But your purpose is your purpose. Respect that and love it, because that's who you are created to be. We can't all be the same. Love what you do. Be proud of what you do. Fall in love with yourself and the things that you do. And I can tell you, you will float like a butterfly. and sting like a bee because you're doing things that you like. So find that purpose as you prepare for the 2020 goals. As I said, the theme is going to be, we're going to be talking a little bit more about goals. I like talking about goals about this time. By the time we get to December, there's no point in talking about goals anymore. If you really haven't figured it out and thought about it, don't try and be setting goals the last week of December. Yeah, well, you may, but that's not the right way to approach it. Okay. So that's it what we have today for you. So tomorrow we will have one more around this goal setting process. And I really do hope that you guys take this seriously, start thinking about it, create your goals, and I can guarantee you, you will achieve your results with least effort. My name is George and I'm a life and a business coach. Hey, like our page, share it with colleagues. Yeah, let them learn something from what you're learning and connect with us. And as I say, I'm going to share the link to our YouTube page so that you guys can cross-reference some of the stuff that we've done. All right, and I've got a new one this time, and I say live with intention. As you set your goals, live with intention and be the best version of yourself. All right, take good care of yourselves, guys. Bye-bye now.